Hey everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Beat Music Studio. My name is Dave McKenzie, and in today's tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to open up Luna and we're going to make a song. Okay, we're rolling. All right, so I've got Luna opened up to the edit window. It's just a blank screen. I don't have any tracks opened up. It defaults to a main track. Now the main track is the overall volume of your whole session. Okay, so all the other tracks that you open will feed that main track. The main track doesn't really affect the audio in any way except the levels or whatever effects you put on it. You don't record audio to your main track. It's just everything gets summed to that track, and so all the other levels sort of feed that one track. So that's like, when you listen to anything, it's usually just in stereo. Well, it's a stereo track. All right, so that's what your main track is. Anyways. There's two kinds of tracks that you're going to open up when you're working in Luna. One of them is an audio track and one of them is a MIDI track. So the first track that I'm going to open up is an audio track. And if you come up here to your little window, it shows you the parameters here for a new track. You can hit plus to make another new track if you want. But we've already got this little default window set up, and it shows you audio, the number of tracks. So we can use this little arrow to make two tracks if we want, and mono. Now mono, we can choose between mono and stereo. All right, guys? So stereo means that the track has two sides. So it's like you've got, it's just like our main track is a stereo track. It has two sides. So when a track has two sides, it means that you hear it in the left ear and in the right ear. So you might have a varying sound in the left ear. Maybe there's more bass. Maybe it's a piano that you've got, you're doing a stereo recording of a piano, so you've got two microphones feeding the stereo track, and one of the microphones, the left microphone, is picking up more the left side of the piano and what the piano player is doing with their left hand, and then the right-sided microphone is sort of picking up what the right hand's doing, so it's kind of spread out. So it feels wider, if a piano player plays from the bass side all the way up to the treble side, you're going to hear that sort of go from your left ear to your right ear. So that's what you're deciding on in terms of mono or stereo. Okay, so I'm just going to open up an audio track one, and I'm just going to make it mono. Okay, so I hit OK, and it was actually two tracks that I opened up. I don't know why or how. I guess I selected two tracks. So here they're sort of highlighted, and you can see them highlighted here. Whatever happens here shows up in this little bin, the show hide tracks bin, where I can say I finished with this track and I don't like it, or maybe I just want to not listen to it and work with something else. I can hide it, okay, so that we have a really clear work screen. So anyways, these are my audio tracks. You can plug a guitar into this. You set your input, so maybe my microphone, this microphone that I'm using, I know is going to track 16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select track 16 down here, and if I hit record, we can see the level there, okay? We see that coming in because I've selected the correct input for this microphone, okay? So I'm going to take that off, and I'm just going to put it back to to 1, and that's fine, okay? So that's how the audio tracks work. If I hit record, it would actually, I might as well show you. If I hit record, it'll make, hello, lo, 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 lo. That's my best song ever, and I just recorded it for you. I just wanted you to hear that, and I've been working on that for years, so I hope you like it. Leave your comments below. Okay, so there's what audio waveform looks like. You can actually hit E here and expand, and you can actually go in and sort of take a look, and you can actually see the waveform here, and you can edit it too, right? So that's audio. Now for a MIDI track, so I'm just going to erase that, right? So I highlighted it by clicking with my little everything, the four-way arrow thing at the top of this clip, and then I'm just going to hit Apple X, and that blasts it away. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go Shift Apple N, and that brings up our tracks window, and see it defaults to audio. Well, I want to make an instrument track this time. So instrument really means MIDI, okay? So The MIDI track defaults to stereo. It says 1 here, and the instrument that that the MIDI sounds are feeding is Shape. So I'm gonna just say okay. So Shape comes with Universal Audio's Luna. It's a software instrument that has all of these different options, like for like drum sets or whatever. So if when this little Shape box opens up here, okay, so it's called Shape. There's presets here, and then these are all like sort of like parameters around how it's getting affected or whatever. But it gives you 4 sort of generators for each patch. So we could actually have like layers of synthesizers here, and that's really cool, and we'll get into that later. I'll show you how to layer synths in Shape, and it's really awesome. Actually, you can come up with some amazing sounds. So if you click on these lines, because it's, you know, we've selected part 1, you'll see that it's defaulted to the Ravel keyboard light version. Okay, I don't know what the heavy version sounds like. It's probably mind-blowingly good, because the light version sounds wicked. Okay, so here we go. So when I play the keyboard isn't really generating any sound. It's not like the keyboard has sounds in it. This is just a controller, but the keyboard is sending information to the computer, and that information is triggering our software sound. So if I changed this to like a different sound here, like a soft piano, that would come up, or a reed. There's sort of like a Rhodes sort of vibe, right? Or a house piano. So those are the 2 types of tracks in Luna, audio or MIDI, and they're both really, really fun to work with, and that's all you really need to know to make a song. You can put it on the grid, like with your metronome if you want. You know, you can have your metronome going, or you could just go freeform, you know, no metronome, and just do it however you want. Be creative with this stuff. Like, don't get intimidated, don't get bogged down. Let yourself be free. Let yourself create and make songs, and they don't have to be perfect, and you can edit them to perfection if you want, if that's your thing. But I really feel that being productive and, you know, trying out different songs and sort of like, you know, calling it a song, put out your album, and then make your next album. Don't get stuck making one song for 15 years or whatever. Okay, that's not cool. You want to write, and you want to just be super creative and try stuff and move, you know, like endless options don't always help us as artists. Okay, so I know that with this new recording software, we have a lot of options, and it's really sick because you can do so many cool things, but don't let that stifle you, all right? You can be creative, and you have to make creative decisions. And, you know, maybe just an acoustic, you know, strumming part with the singing voice is what the song needs, you know, and that's what it needs. Or maybe you just want to add a little shaker in, you know, and just get it. So what I'm trying to say is let your imagination run away and make your art. Hey guys, my name is Dave McKenzie, and this is Beyond the Beat Music Studio. And I thought I should actually mention to you that Beyond the Beat Music Studio isn't just a channel. It's actually like a pretty good sized recording studio in Toronto. And we have a lot of amazing people that instruct here and actually also engineer projects. And it's on most instruments, you can take lessons online, or you can actually, so if you're far away and you're somewhere else, you can actually take lessons with us online. So definitely hit us up for that. And if you're in the city, then just, you know, come on down and we'll help you through stuff. So yeah, this video, I promised that I would actually make a song with you, and I didn't. It's the cardinal sin. It was like, I just didn't deliver. But what I realized was that it was just too much. It was going to be like a 3-hour, you know, odyssey into making a song if I was going to do that. And I thought I'd probably lose you. So I thought maybe I'll just, as I started making it, I realized just understandably making a little video about like working with MIDI tracks and working with audio tracks and having those tracks feed the master fader was probably just a better route and something that would be more useful. And that's really what I want. I really want these videos to be really useful for you. I believe that the people at UA care deeply about their software that they've created and their hardware and just musicians in general. And I want to help them help you. So my job is to, you know, help facilitate the learning. So if these videos are helpful, please let us know. It'd be nice to hear back. And also, if there's anything that we can improve on, I'd love to hear that too. I really would. So stay cool, keep on making music and digging deep and writing songs and, you know, reaching for something that just hasn't been done. You know, reach for something magical and be creative and, you know, see what you can do, and don't get thrown off your game, and follow through and try to make a lot of songs and try to, put a lot of yourself into those songs and dream big. All right? Until next time, my name is Dave Mackenzie. Please subscribe and